hundreds and hundreds of trucks enter every single day. Hundreds, around 600. It's just amazing to see this. And you know what else is amazing? As the ceasefire deal is going forward, Syrians, Hamas are celebrating this deal. You know, I bet you, even if all of Hamas were gone, still they'd celebrate a victory. They'd still celebrate that they somehow achieved something through their terror. And that's what needs to be understood, is that terror does not pay, not that terror does pay. And the end is in sight. And we see this deal, we see what's being written, 42 days, you know, and so the breakthrough happened and everyone's trying to take credit, you know, and it's funny to see that. But really, we're going to see on that first 3 hostages could be released on Sunday. Well, is Hamas doing some funny business? Are they changing the terms of the deal? You can't trust people who tell lies, you know. Oh, very tough. This whole thing is very tough. We're not leaving the Philadelphia corridor. That's the whole rearmament. That's where the tunnels go to Egypt, where they could use that to get more weapons, to do more terror to more innocent. They have a lot of weapons still, which, is this even the right time to stop? But the important thing is that a senior source in Israel says that we are to remain guarding that Philadelphia corridor, that door, and continue throughout the first stage, at least, of this 42-day ceasefire. I'm really excited. I put it in my calendar that Sunday we're supposed to see 3 hostages returned. The 14th, 3 more. The 21st, 3 more. The 28th, 3 more. The 35th day, 3 more. And then last week, 14 more. But, you know, that's not everybody. That's just the first phase. There's soldiers that are being held. There's bodies of people, even from 2014, that were taken. And but I put it in my calendar to rejoice when we see these faces. And so they're supposed to release a total of 33 over that time, starting with women and children. And we're supposed to release, according to this deal, hundreds of murderers. And we're saying we don't want to release the worst level ones. They say we want the ones that are the darkest, with the most blood on their hands, the most demon possessed. And after that initial phase 1, well, you have phase 2, and you have, you know, allegedly more and more of troops leaving, until eventually what they want is for complete removal of IDF, and for us to just be on the buffer zone, and for us to watch them and use, you know, our cameras. And then a multi-year rebuilding of Gaza plan to be put in at the last phase, you know. And so this is very, very interesting. You know, taking out the leadership of Hamas, taking out their infrastructure has been extremely hard, extremely slow work, very slow, but it's phenomenal. Great successes have happened. I really love the words of President Herzog. And he says, you know, a hostage deal and a ceasefire is right. It's important. It's necessary right now. Other people, what is UK Prime Minister Starmer? He says, we should use this moment to remember that British people were murdered by Hamas. Of course, we know that Starmer says he congratulates Israel for doing this deal. U.S., President Biden, President Trump, you see how they're all so excited about this is happening. And, you know, it's the Trump effect. It's just amazing. But you see there's still bombs being detonated. I'm still in, you know, doesn't mean I'm released. You know, the David carrier, transport vehicle, belonged to the Kfir Brigade. A bomb was detonated on it, and soldiers are injured. But I want to say this about the deal, is a lot of the reservists like me, reservist soldiers have sent a letter. I didn't sign it. A letter just saying that after so many soldiers have died to defend Israel, will we be able to defend Israel? You know, we withdrew from Gaza, which is part of the Promised Land 20 years ago, and look what happened. Is withdrawing really the right answer? Are we too hasty? Is there another way here? I would like to hear in the comments, please, what you think. Will it not embolden the terrorists? You know, there's questions of purpose, right? What is the purpose of all this that we've done if we're going to let them regroup, if we're going to let them rearm, if we're going to return to how it was on the 6th of October 2023, you know? And they're saying we need more accountability. We need to do things right. So I'd like to know what you think. I really do love the words of Herzog. They're encouraging. Our President Herzog, you know, and he says, I thank all these involved in the in this critical effort, and with Qatar, with Egypt, with everybody. A special thank you to Joe Biden. Special thank you to incoming U.S. President Donald Trump and his team. He says he thanks everybody and wishes a great success in Trump's new term and in this new era. And amidst all the pain and all the concern, he's filled with hope. I'm filled with hope too. That with God's help, the words of the prophet will be fulfilled and the redeemed of the Lord will return. It's our finest hour, a moment of national responsibility, fulfilling the highest duty to our people, to bring them home and then rebuild, heal, mend our hearts, build together our shared home. I'm going to end with this verse. What answer will be given to the envoys of that nation? It's found in Isaiah 14, verse 32. The Lord has established Zion, and in her his afflicted people will find refuge. That's exactly why we have this. Thank you, Aliyah Return Center.